Yeah. So welcome, friends. Welcome to our 20th, that is the second last video of our 21-day LinkedIn challenge. My name is Amit Kumar Murmu, and I'm gonna be your host for today. So today's topic is little bit deeper. We need to talk about our life challenges, one of our life challenges, and how we had tackled that phase. And after tackling, what challenges or what basically what changes we have been observed, what changes we have been experience throughout that thing. So, as a host, I would like to step forward first and talk about my experience. So, let me start the timer. Yeah. So my story starts a little bit before, I would like to take you back in 2017 when I was fresh passed out from class 12th, and I was looking for a college for my graduation. I wasn't clear enough of my interest and what subject I should choose, so I chose physics honors in a rat race basically. Then I found between that meantime I actually was not that serious about my studies, but in the meantime I found my interest in computer fields. Like I basically tried something in a computer programming field and the world of web development. Then and at that moment of time I realized that I can't go with these both two parallel tracks. Either I should choose the my academic things, and or I should choose my passion. So I thought about that for a while, and I got stuck at that point because my I was struggling obviously with my studies, and if I dropped that thing, I would have been condemned a lot. So one major obstacle I faced during that period was to convince my parents, obviously my family. I had devoted 2 years and to my graduation, and the idea of dropping off that thing maybe might be made me crazy in front of my parents. And also I had two younger brothers after me, so my decision would definitely affect their mentality as well. So I didn't have to convince only, but I had to show them what I have planned because of that. And after that I reflected on my life, and I what I wanted, and what was ultimately going to be good for all of us. So I convinced my parents, and I decided to drop out of college and started learning some programming language by my own. So this was the whole phase. So after that, when I look back now, I feel that that was the best decision I've ever made, because now I'm happy with what I'm doing, and it has affected me in a very positive way. Now I am more serious about my more serious and more conscious about my studies. And since I took that decision, now I am responsible for my career, so it made me a little bit responsible. And now I'm actually learning a lot of things. If I had chosen that academic path, in that path maybe I was not be able to learn more, but in this field I'm actually learning and growing. So this was a little story about myself. Now I would invite you all to give any feedback or add into what you thought. So yeah, go Karan.
So, Amit, your speech was pretty much, or your story was pretty much similar to mine. So I can relate to you pretty much. Like it is really very same. Like I was can't find anything to do. So I just related to you very much, and your speech was good. It was really good.
Yeah, Vishal, you raised your hand. Yeah, you go first.
Yes, Amadip. So your today's speech, I would like to say that your speech was fabulous, no doubt. It was very good, and I still remember the feedback which I gave you last time. So last time your speech was not like we can say interactive. So your today's speech is awesome, and you totally interact with your audience, and I totally engaged with your overall speech. I heard your all. I mean, whole speech. So I don't think there is any mistake in your today's speech. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
thank you.
good.
Thank you. Appreciated. Yeah, go Nikita.
Thank you, host. Your today's speech was very good, and for today I just have a positive feedback for your speech only, because I couldn't find anything couldn't find any point to give you a negative feedback. So your today's speech was really good. Thank you.
Yeah, good. One of the positives that I got today. Okay, so next I would ask Nikita to go first or second. Yeah, go Nikita. It's your turn.
So thank you for the opportunity, host. Good evening, everybody. So today's topic is mountain uh, conquering mountains, conquering mountain, tales of triumph, uh, tales of triumph over life's toughest challenges. So I think that I'm not the right person to speak on this topic, because I haven't encountered any toughest challenge in my life till now, but they are yet to come. And if I talk about my life, so I'm just 26 years old, and I think I have got to explore many more things, and it can be even a challenge also in my further journey of my life. But I have faced, there has been some sudden low phases in my life which I encountered, and I would really talk about that. So when I passed my high school, when I passed my class 12 in 2013, I entered into my intermediate studies. Like I entered into my 11th standard, and on that year only my brother got married. So after his marriage, somewhat there was somewhat family relation issues in my uh, home. So because of that, I couldn't actually, I was little that affected my mental health also at that time, and I wasn't able to focus on my studies also, because I have been like, for my siblings I have been their baby sister, and for my parents I have been their lovable one. But instead of I instead of showing love, care, and affection towards me, they were just about to solve those conflicts which were happening in the family, around the family. So I couldn't get that much love, and if that affected my mental health as well. It is a little awkward, and please excuse me, because I'm elaborating about my family health issues in this speech. uh, After that, after completing my 12th standard, I was sent for engineering coaching, because for which I wasn't interested at all. I wanted to take a admission in bachelor's of technology, but that didn't happen. I was sent to engineering college, but consequently I couldn't qualify my JEE Mains exam. And after that, I was further convinced for graduation also. I took admission in Bachelor's of Science PCM. I completed all the five semesters, but in the fifth semester, I couldn't give some exams due to some mental health issues. So in a way, I dropped, and then some psychological health conditions affected me, and I went into a mental trauma for like 1 to 2 years. And after my family came to know about it, so they took me to a psychiatrist. But I don't think that it was a right decision. I think if they would have given me a more attention at that time, then this would never have come. Uh, but I somewhat dealt with that challenge, and I tried to overcome with that, because I thought that I need to focus on my career, and I shouldn't I cannot uh, just sit idle, and I have to do something with my career. So that thing struck my mind some years back, and then I overcome that challenge. I can say that it was a challenge for me. It was a mental health challenge, I can say. So now then I found Prepleaf by Masai, and then I took admission in the Career Accelerator program. So from a person who had no goals, I'm something that who has some aspirations and some goals, and I avoided and I eradicated my loneliness, my idleness. That few years back I was just sitting idle and not doing anything due to my mental health issues, but somehow I just conquered over that mental challenges, and I shifted my focus back to my career, and I am something which I have transition from an idle person who was sitting idle to someone who has some goals and aspirations in life now. So that in this way, I would like to wrap up my speech. And thank you for the attention, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Nikita, for your valuable insight. I can see that you have been through some really hard challenges. So I assumed that you would talk about one challenge, but you obviously combined some of the little challenges that you have faced throughout your life, whether it be your childhood trauma, your academic situations, and after that you also got some mental issues with yourself. So you combined all those things and you put it in a form of story that was really interactive, and obviously it was related to your life, so we all could relate with your life. So that was it. I couldn't find any negatives. Obviously your structuring skills is improving day by day, I can say that. Like your obviously your I can say that your free flowing speeches are more structured. I think you have it naturally, so that is very positive thing about you. Yeah, anyone else?
Thank
Yeah,
you, host.
yeah, go Vishal.
You are
uh,
on mute, Vishal. Bhai. Mute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, Nikita, so the same feedback which I already gave to Amit. So the same feedback I also wanted to give you. So your speech is interactive. No, nothing is wrong in your speech. But one thing which I noticed in some points, you just stuck in between, and other things are just same like Amit's speech. So you're interactive, you're not hesitating in your speech, or you clearly convincing your audience what are you going to say. So you are able to convey your message properly. But the only one mistake which I found, so you stuck in some point or nothing else.
Okay. Thank you, Vishal. I will surely work upon it from next time.
okay, yeah, Vishal, do you have something?
Karan.
Karan.
Yes.
Okay, sorry Vishal, sorry,
Uh,
current, you can go now.
So I was saying कि Nikita, your today's speech was very motivational, and it was really good. You are expressing yourself really good, so it is a good part in your speech. I just give one feedback or one advice, like what I do. Like sometimes I also didn't get what is the topic. Like it is in hard English, so I can't get it. There are some technical words. So what I used to do, I just change the topic. I just change the technical words. So you can also do the same. Like in starting when you are reciting the topic, you stuck. That didn't feel good. So you should do that. Do the same. Mold the topic name in simple words. So this is my feedback to you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Karan, for the feedback.
Yeah, so even I did, so I didn't repeated the same thing again and again. I just explained it in a very simpler way. So yeah, I think two of us are done now. I would like to invite Karan to recite your story. Yeah, Karan, go.
So, first of all, good evening, everyone. So, our today's topic is you have to tell a story about a challenge you faced, and you have to tell what difficulties you faced and how do you overcome it. So, if I tell you what is my biggest challenge that I faced in my past, so I think I had tell you about that challenge in my past speech, in my day team speech. So I will tell you about another story or another challenge that I have faced. I have tell you about it a little bit, but now I am going deep in it. I will explain you about it. So as it is pretty much similar to Amit, like as I complete my 12th, I did not have any goal. I am not clear that what should I do in my future. So as my friends are doing, I also take admission in BCom. And after coming in BCom, after coming in my second year, I started preparing for some government jobs because most of my family members are in government jobs. So are a government employee. So I also started to preparing for some government jobs. But while I'm preparing for it and after giving some exams, I realized that I can't do it. So I am not interested in that field. Frankly telling, it is my personal opinion. I feel it like it is like a prison. So I did not want to do it. So after my second year, when I came in my third year, some financial issues come in my family. So after seeing all those things, I decided that this is the time I should get serious about my studies, about my future, that what should I do in future. So after seeing all those things, I am finding something that I can do. So it is I am telling you that I am really average student in everything. So as a average student, I am good in everything, but not up to a mark that I can say that I will do it, I can do it. So I am not up to mark in anything. Like for example, I have prepared for government jobs. I am just average. I am just preparing for it. There's no interest in anything. Then in my commerce field also, in my BCom also, I am just learning BCom or learning subjects to get pass only. So there is no personal interest in that. So I it is really difficult for me to find some. As I told you that one of my brother, I get to know about Masai and web development field from my brother. He is my cousin brother. So my parents also told me that you should do it, you can do it, because after seeing his job profile, they are attracted to it. So they advise me ki you should do it. But in back of my mind, I am thinking ki I feel like it is copying someone, so I am not able to do it. Like I am feeling somewhere, I frankly telling you, I am feeling shame. So it is like that. But I give it a chance. Like I give it a chance that for 1 month I will do it. If I like it, I will stick to it. So I started learning web development. But I am telling you, I will tell you, like it is what difficulties I am faced in it. Like I frankly telling that I am a really that I am a guy who really don't get easily. Like I am a guy who is smiling always. In back of my mind, I overthink so much. I get depressed, but in front of others, I just smile. So it is really difficult for me to express myself in front of others. So it is a really difficult part for me. So it is really difficult. I feel very depressed because in back of my mind, I am thinking very much that I can do it, or I can do it. I am good in it or not. So it is difficult for me. But after getting in this field, after learning about this field, when I make some projects and learn about these things, then I get to know that I can do it. And now my vision is clear, my goal is clear. I have a goal now that what I'm going to do in my future. So this is my story. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. What should I say? Okay, yeah. So one positive thing that I should mention, because this is the second last thing. So you have a very good interactive speech. Like whenever you whenever you are on the stage, everybody likes to hear you. Everybody likes to connect with you because you are talking in that tone. So and some negative points as well. You did some of the grammatical mistake here and there, and your speech was a little longer, not more, but a little longer. You should limit that. And third point is structure. Yeah, so your challenge, the actual challenge was not very clear. I can see that you had the challenge, but you didn't clearly clarify mentioned it in like one word. I can see that your challenge was related to academic and then some decision making, so it revolves around that. So I can, and we all understood that, but you need to clearly mention that. So that all things I needed to say. Anything else, or anyone else want to add it? Yeah, go Nikita.
So, Karan, I just strongly agree what Amit had said in his feedback. Your speech was a little longer, and you didn't clearly mention the what was the essence of the topic. Your speech was just revolving around that topic, but it was not getting stick to it. But you were able to convey your message. You were interactive, and we were all able to relate with your story as well. But just what Amit has said regarding your speech, just you need to work on that. That's only I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikita.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, Vishal, yeah, you have something?
Yeah, so Karan, firstly, I would like to say that your positive thing in your speech is uh, most of the time you able to convey your message clearly. This is the positive thing in your always you have. And the second thing, as you guys are already talked about, that your speech is little bit lengthy. You are not able to convey all the messages in a given time. Sometimes you become lengthy. So this is negative point, and you can improve your grammar as well, so that your speech would become more effective. But the positive point that you always able to convey your message clearly. So this is the very good thing. Yeah, thank you so much, Karan.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just asking one thing, like what happens with me when I start speaking about anything. In between, I just lost sometimes. So the words I want to tell, it just vanished in my mind. So sometimes that's why my grammatical mistake happens. So any idea what should I do with it? How can I
Yes,
improve
yes,
in
of
that field?
course, I have an idea.
Yes, yes, yes.
Try to think before you speak. Like even I, when I started, I was speaking a very, in a very fast tone, and then I used Grammarly, and I actually Grammarly pointed out that mistake. Maybe it was right or it was wrong, but it pointed out that my speech was very faster. Even I like, whenever
Okay.
a word came into my mind, I just presented it, even without even thinking of the tenses or correctness or grammatical mistake. So we should limit our words per minute space, like we should
Okay.
limit the pace, and once the pace slows down, we will get the required time to think about those tiny points, tiny improvements. So just the thing, so remove the little bit, reduce the pace and
Okay.
improve
Okay.
the fluency. Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
Good.
Matlab, I should slow sometimes. Like I speak very
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
I
a
got
little
it.
bit slow. Good. So we are done with three members. Okay. So our last member is Vishal. Now, Vishal, you can go ahead with your story.
Yeah, thank you, Amit, for giving the opportunity to speak. And first of all, I would like to say good evening, everyone. So, as today's topic, so I would like to say about that. Lots of incidents in my life, but the major incidents which I am going to talking about today. So, is when I completed my 12th standard. So. Uh, since 12, completing my 12th standard. So my family uh, told me to go with uh, uh, engineering. So I went to did my IIT preparation. So I have done my IIT preparation 2 years in Kanpur. After completing my IIT preparation, I gave IIT exam, but I am not able to clear my exam. I tried 2 times, but I am not able to clear my exam. So after that, I just did a BSc from in BCM. So after doing BSc 1 years, I just left BSc also, and then I decided to do MBA. So without any graduation degree, I am not able to do MBA. So I want a, graduation degree to did MBA. So I go with Bachelor's of Business and Administration BBA. So as I lived in Kanpur, so from Kanpur University main campus, I decided to did my graduation. So I have did my graduation BBA from Kanpur University. But the main problem comes in my life. I mean, you can say the major problem comes in my life. The pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic situation. So this was the biggest, you can say, my problem which is comes in my life when the pandemic comes. Actually, you can say this as the economical problem, because my father is a not a government teacher; he is a private teacher. So because of pandemic, if you remember, the schools are closed. So my father's school is also closed. So my father is just uh, in the house, not doing any job or doing just you can say my father just become jobless. So it is very difficult for my family to survive. We are just surviving on our you can say agriculture. Only the agriculture income source were left, and all the sources are goes up. And I'm also studying. Uh, so this was very problematic situation for me. Even I had faced. Uh, I sometimes I'm not able. I have left any money to spend, but I faced that problem. And after that, actually, the main goal is my did MBA, but after completing my graduation, I'm not able to do MBA because of the financial problem. So sometimes I did actually 4 months. I did a job, private job, but when the situation become uh, on the track, so then I decided to do something else. So first thing which I can say comes in my mind to did my MBA, which I really wanted to do, but some of my friends told me to do coding. So after doing coding, I mean, sometimes I did coding by myself. I just read from YouTube or internet sources, but after sometimes I realized that I'm not able to get anything if I not got a proper structured uh, roadmap. So then I'm searching uh, some coaching institute online or offline, and then I got to know about Masai school. And after that, I gave Masai test, and I took the admission of Masai school. And, completing one unit, I just terminated by Masai school, and after some times, I rejoined Masai school career accelerator program, and I continue my journey. So the main problem which is comes in my life is pandemic situation, and I overcome that problem, and now I am doing my coding, and I hope after some time I will get a job, and that's it, which I really wanted to tell you guys. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Vishal, for your insight, for your personal story. Yeah, so you talked about your academic situation, and then how this pandemic hits you very hard, and then came your recovering story, like how you introduced to this coding world, and then you entered this Masai school. So around these things, you actually forgot to mention a clear uh, challenge. Like I cannot say which was your major challenge, so you should have pointed out one major challenge, and you should have structure your stories around it. So I obviously observed that there are multiple challenges that you have faced, but maybe you could have put it out one major challenge, and other might be some little here and there, and your story could have revolved around that major challenge, and you should have introduced little things here and there. So that one feedback I needed to tell you. Yeah, anyone else?
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
yeah, yeah, go Nikita.
Thank you, host. So Vishal, as Amit said that your speech was revolving around the topic, I also agree with him that you were not able to clearly mention your challenge in your whole speech. However, you were able to convey your message. We were able to understand whatever you are trying to say in your speech. And what I personally observed in your speech was that it was looking quite informal. But the speech should be interactive as well. It is very mandatory to be interactive, but you should keep it a little formal as well. Not going that deep, not going too informal. but it should be a formal but interactive as well. So your speech was interactive, no doubt, but it was little informal. I found it. So that's the feedback that I can give to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nitya, for your valuable feedback. I can definitely work on that. Actually, uh, I'm not getting the topic, which is I mean clearing the topic, what we have to speak on that. So that's why I just forget my
Understood. Yeah.
line here.
Okay.
Karan, do you have something? Okay. So yeah.
No, I have the same feedback as Amit and Nikita. So there's
Okay.
no feedback from my side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for
One thing I observed in Vishal's speech is that Vishal, you have a very different kind of tone. Like Karan says very confidently, and maybe I stuck somewhere here and there. And you can be a master of pauses. So like look at any politician. Like if you take out any politician's speech, they like speak about one sentence and then they pause, let the audience grasp the thing they have just spoken. So you can use that pause, you can use your slow tone positively. So I will leave you with that thought, and now it's your creativity how you can use that thing, because every weakness can be your quality if you use it wisely. So that's one thing I can suggest you. So with this beautiful thought, I would like to end today's meet. Why am I lagging? Yeah, I will end today's meet. We will meet you in our next session, which will be our final session. So thank you for showering your support, and thank you for attending this meet. Yeah.